look, again, stand up here and disappointed that we lost a game that we had a chance to win. And we gave ourselves every opportunity, and we didn't get it done. So, we had a couple opportunities to make some plays. We didn't make them. We didn't convert on 3rd and short. Frustrating.
Yeah, that 3rd and 1 slant through incomplete. What was it called? Like, why pass there, not run?
Well, yeah. Look, I mean, we had a pass play that was, really kind of initially designed for the fullback and flat on the other side. He thought he had a shot at the bullet for the X. Hindsight's 20/20. I wish we'd have run it. Mark hurt his knee on the previous play, and so came up a yard short. That's frustrating.
And that's a play call that was what was called, and that was not like adjusted to based on.
No, that was the play.
Defensive front.
Yeah, that was the play call.
Are there any calls or decisions that stick in your craw, like in hindsight, like immediately or anything, or is it just?
Well, look, I mean, when you don't convert, you always look back and wish you'd have done something different. But yet, if we convert there, we're not talking about it. So. It makes it tough because I felt like we had an opportunity really to win this game, and we didn't finish. We didn't get it done.
How disheartening, considering the moment of all this? Obviously, the division would have been within your grasp.
Yeah, it stings. It sucks.
How do you guys think where you want to be on offense? Like drop passes, not maybe close the game, you don't close it. What has to how much into the comment?
Yeah, look, we'll go back and look at this tape. We'll figure some things out. I mean, we had some opportunities that we didn't make for whatever the reasons were, but yet we made some big plays too. So we just got to be more consistent.
I don't know if you got to look at the second down sack like the game. Some people are going to talk about all the receivers off Kirk Merritt and one guy on. It's kind of where were you guys trying to get in there with that one?
We were trying to get Taysom out of the backfield on a 7 route. They did a nice job on it. They were loading up to stop the run.
How do you encapsulate the last 2 defensive drives?
Yeah, the pass interference obviously was the biggest play. Look, when you play Tom Brady, and you have a chance to put him away, you have to be able to put him away. And I felt like we missed some opportunities to put them away.
12 men on the field, Memphis signed late with individual, but is that a quarterback responsibility, or is that?
That's a communication responsibility that amongst the offense, and that's got to be something that's got to be improved.
Yeah, what's kind of the message out there? A loss like this, kind of the nature of it.
Yeah, look, that it sucks, it stings, it hurts. We're gonna get a little time in this bye to get rested up and recovered, and then we'll be back at work, getting ready for Atlanta, and that's what our job is. Our job's to get ourselves prepared to go play the best football we can, and so that's what we'll do. I think it boils down to execution overall. So it's an area we got to be better at because it hurt us in this game.
I know we talked about the importance of the run game. It seems to some of the tougher run fronts, but I mean, is that kind of just driving us to not be able to?
We need to be able to run the ball better. Yeah, I don't think we go there right now. I mean, you know, we just lost a tough-ass game, and so, you know, I thought Andy actually played pretty well in this game. So, okay, thanks.
Locker room's open. We'll have Andy Dalton in.
Game show Saints falling 17-16 to the Tampa Bay Bucks. It was a close game until the very end, 16-16 with 3 seconds to go in this one when Tom Brady threw a touchdown for the go-ahead score. The Saints had the Bucks number up until midway through the fourth quarter. They were leading 16-3 with 8 minutes to go in the game. The defense had played phenomenal. Defense forcing 2 takeaways for the first time since week 1 this season. A takeaway at all since October 30th. There was a Demario Davis interception and a forced fumble by Cam Jordan and a recovery by Carl Granderson. Those were 2 great moments in this ball game. Good to see the defense finally getting some of those takeaways, forcing some turnovers there. Tom Brady does what he does. It was the 44th time that he led a team to a comeback in the fourth quarter or overtime. That passes the former leader in comebacks, Peyton Manning, another great. So it's kind of hard to count Tom Brady out, and unfortunately the Saints defensively couldn't get it done in the last 8 minutes of play. The Bucs score on back-to-back drives to lead to the 17-16 victory. Earlier in the game, the Saints did have some really good moments that Andy Dalton was leading the team well, especially in the passing game. Rashid Shaheed got into the game a lot in the first half of play. He ended up with 3 targets and 3 catches for 71 yards in the first half. He was not targeted in the second half, but definitely made an impact in the first half of this game, and especially in the return game. He broke away for a 41-yard return, which was the longest one since a 42-yard return from Deontay Hardy back in 2020. So it's been a little while since we've had somebody who has been so effective in the return game as Shaheed, and he's been used a lot in the offense, a lot more as the past few games have gone on. He's been a bright spot as a rookie, as is Chris Olave getting into the game. He was the second leading rusher or receiver in this game. We'll look up his final numbers here in a minute, but a lot of good moments from him as well. His 6 targets, 4 catches, 65 yards. So the two rookies, the top 2 receivers in this ball game. Dalton goes 20 of 28 for 229 yards, 1 touchdown. It was a long touchdown to Taysom Hill. It was a 30-yard touchdown pass. So Taysom Hill adds to his accolades this season: passing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and he's obviously run some in. So Taysom Hill getting some work with tight end Jawan Johnson out for this game. He is out with an ankle injury. Taysom Hill, Adam Troutman as the tight ends getting some good use in the first half of play. Fortunately, the Saints did have to settle for field goals on 3 different red zone drives. That is something that may have led to the eventual comeback by the Bucs. When you have the opportunity to score and you have to settle for 3 field goals on 3 attempts in the red zone, it's tough to win against the Bucs team that is led by Tom Brady and somebody who is going to eventually get you into the end zone at the end. He's been known to make these big comebacks. It's been a good run for the Saints here at Raymond James. They had won the last 4 games here. So eventually, a probability, I guess, kind of due for the Bucs to get one on you. But defensively, definitely a good game by the Saints. Offensively, just couldn't quite do enough when they had the opportunities there. And head coach Dennis Allen spoke to that. He said, when you have the opportunities, you have a chance to put somebody like Tom Brady away, you got to capitalize on them, and not scoring those touchdowns on those 3 different red zone drives, and then those last 2 drives in the fourth quarter not being able to hold Brady. There was a penalty, a pass interference call on a big pass play that allowed the Bucs to end up with a scoring drive. So it's a couple tough moments in this game, a couple mistakes. Again, the Saints are going to have to go back and look at the film. They do have a bye week coming up, and then they'll be back at home. So they'll get some time off after this one. Not the outcome that they wanted here today as they fall 17-16. We are going to hear from quarterback Andy Dalton here in a few minutes. So I'm going to step aside and we'll wait for Dalton to hit the podium.
Negative. We're waiting on Dalton.
This one is aired out, and contact with Scotty Miller. No flags. Little pump fake, and then to the near side, Hill. Taysom Hill, touchdown, Saints. For 38 yards. Got it. Was under pressure. Rashad White, long way to go, ball's out. Kicked forward by the Saints and recovered. Chance for Shaheed on a return on that line drive punt, and he's got the far sideline. Camarda is able to knock him out of bounds. They're down in 3. Dalton throws. He's got Olave for Will Lutz. And he knocks it through. One interception. Saints have his number. Brady is sacked. Shai Tuttle was in there, and Tano Passanio.
Tough one tonight, right?
It was.
What do you think it boiled down to?
We didn't make the plays when they were there, and at the end of the game they did. That's what it came down to. We had opportunities for that game to be very different than what it was, and I feel like I'm a broken record saying the same thing. We just missed opportunities.
Can you take anything positive out of this, that you're close to getting over the hump, or is that just at this stage?
I mean, at this point, with where we're at in the season, there's only 4 games left, and it's unfortunate that we keep having to say the same thing over and over and over again. And the missed opportunities have hurt us. We've had chances in a lot of games this year, and when we haven't made the plays when we needed to, it has affected the game, and it's been the same outcome.
Maybe on the third and one play, it was Callaway. The that was kind of a called play. What did you see on that one?
Yeah, it was one-on-one over there, and I tried to give him a chance, and unfortunately we weren't able to make that one.
Seems like you guys were kind of in the groove. Should we be getting some looks, lobby, getting some looks, just breaking down in the red zone, just some of the struggles that you guys have had there?
Yeah, I mean, we had opportunities to score touchdowns down there, and we weren't able to make it happen. And that changes the whole outcome of the game. We score one more touchdown down there and then kicking field goals, then that touchdown at the end, it's a different game.
Every loss is tough. There's this loss was tougher knowing you got this so much right.
Yeah. There's a lot of good that we did, but being good isn't good enough. There's plays in the game that you go back, and we're going to go back and see and say, if we would have just made that one, if we would have just made that one, if we would have just made that one, then the game would have been a whole lot different. And in moments where you need to make a play, we have to make it.
I feel like that's been the season. This football team is talented, but just close to getting over the hump and not quite yet.
Yeah, it's. Before you walked in, I said I feel like I'm a broken record up here saying the same thing over and over and over again. And that's tough.
You are an outstanding quarterback, so is Tom Brady. What's it like going up
Yeah, I mean, when you're in that situation at the end of the game, I mean, that's what Tom has done his whole career. And so it's hard standing there on the sideline, knowing what he's capable of doing, and he's done it a lot.
What was Coach Allen's message to y'all after the game?
We just got to stick together, and there's 4 games left, and this one hurts. It does. We've got to make the most of it. I think the bye comes at a time where there's going to be a lot of reflection on us and what we can do better personally as each unit and as a team. And so, that's just kind of where we're at. I was not asked about it. We've got to get one guy off the field.
Is that a quarterback responsibility, or is it?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's my responsibility. So, I've got to get it done. It's unfortunate because we had Trevor in there as a jumbo, and we weren't able to get the right substitution done. Yeah, I was. It was one-on-one. We just weren't able to get a completion.
Is there anything when you're reflecting on sort of this, obviously it felt like there were so many times where you could have 7-3, or where you had to find maybe there one or two that stands out?
I mean, there's not one. I mean, we've got to make plays to convert on third down in some of these situations. There's some third downs in there where we had opportunities and just didn't get done. Thank you all.